Some things in this life you've got to try at least once. From 2006 to 2008, just about the time when 3 Filipinas dared to take on Mount Everest, we scaled the heights in the biennium of peak performance. To lay claim to banners of accomplishment, at the summit of our quest, we took the high ground of professionalism, empowerment, assertiveness, and knowledgeability in all areas of the Renaissance. The question of taking on the peak boiled down to not what was doable, but what was imaginable.
I can touch the sun. Women of the world, can you see the light?
Framing the priorities of the biennium began a year before its onset, in response to an informal survey of club presidents, developed in collaboration with region officers and organized according to the Renaissance. The resulting framework was spelled out in the criteria for the Governor's Awards. In the biennium of peak performance, a new alertness to the Renaissance goals absorbed the officers and clubs in the region.
In the Philippines, our goal is to have one member find another member, so that in the 2 years, we hope to double the numbers of our Philippine Soroptimists.
The importance of fundraising in this program is it interlinks with the other areas of the Renaissance. But SIA definitely put in specified programs for fundraising.
I think it was a good thing that we had this Renaissance campaign, because Renaissance means rediscover, reinvigorating Soroptimism.
During the start of the biennium of Governor Villarica, we made this criteria for all the programs that each club should follow. We also advocated and implemented projects that will improve first of all, to boost the Women's Opportunity Awards of the SIA program.
To dare the imaginable is to have the purposive determination of pioneers, and yet the tending hand and hopeful expectancy of farmers.
All directors and SIPR officials are put together for a team building exercise, and it has really made so much impact on the participants. It has awakened in us a good work ethic, no? And then cooperation, good camaraderie, friendship, which is one of the strong aspects of Soroptimism. And they realized that leadership is making people like to work in order to attain a certain objective.
Practically, we retained the 5 clubs, and I am happy to report and tell everyone that we had an additional club, which is now we are thinking of registering. We will register Albay Magayon.
Although we did not meet the goals that we have set out, but I think because we have increased in numbers, both in the total membership as well as in the club membership, I am already satisfied. But of course, the governor helped a lot in achieving these numbers. I think that is a great achievement.
we are talking about money, and some members feel that it's all my fundraising is all money, and that why are they asking for so much? But I think this is a voluntary organization, and I kept on saying that for it to exist, we have to contribute a little, and it's coming back anyway to us in the forms of grants, in the forms of awards. The programs comes natural in every organization, and the membership, you have to have members and public awareness. But once you get into fundraising and you touch you touch money, so everything will, there's a little resistance, So, but anyway, I hope we at this end of this year of this biennium, I think we did very well under fundraising.
As treasurer, I will tell you this. As I was looking at the finances of the organization, our mandatory fee of 441 per member is not enough to run an organization. At least it should be at 1,000 per member, because there's so many expenses.
And the SIPR fundraising, there was a lot of resistance on the annual raffle, especially when I put in a guidelines or quota for each member. And the reason for that is we had to also target a certain amount.
The presidents are working very hard in spite of the fact that I was not the elected district director but took over only last year. I got the cooperation of all the presidents in my district. We also have achieved the 100% performance in our quota for the Dream Raffle.
That they sold order quota 100%. Yes.
A fundraising event for the continuing service programs of SIPR for women. For inquiries, please call the following numbers.
Well, it was the governor who thought of the golf tournament. I was one of those invited to come. It must have been the way I participated. I ended up being the chairman of the committee. When we started the golf tournament, it was like 95% opposition and 5% silent agreement. And that was what I was dealing with, a lot of people talking and giving their 2 cents worth. But I was after the millions, so the 2 cents stayed in that conference table and the millions came into the bank account and was converted into a new office in a nice place with proper trappings.
May I see? Does it say 718?
George Bernard Shaw said it well. You see things and you say, why? But I dream things that never were. And I say, why not?
Take my hand and I can reach the sky.